Welcome! In today's video we'll go through 4 things. 1. What's in an EC bracket package when you buy it standalone. 2. How do you mount the EC bracket to the actuator. 3. How do you mount this pair to the rig. And 4th, what rig sizes and profile dimensions work and don't work. Inside the box, you'll find 4 precision machined aluminum EC brackets. Each bracket is CNC machined from solid aluminum. The geometry is designed to slide onto the actuator and sit flush against the actuator body. Depending on your configuration, the top bracket is available in 3 profile widths: 40 by 80, 40 by 120, 40 by 160. Make sure you are using the version that matches your aluminum profile. Now, let's move on to mounting the bracket to the actuator. Start by positioning the EC bracket against the actuator surface. The bracket slides on from the side onto the actuator body. Slide it fully into place so that it sits flush against the actuator base. Insert the self-tapping screws through the actuator housing towards the bracket. Before tightening fully, make sure the EC bracket is properly aligned with the actuator base. The lower edge should sit square and flush. Install 1 self-tapping screw on each side first to lock alignment. These screws are self-tapping, meaning they create their own threads as you drive them in. This requires firm and steady pressure. Once 2 screws are seated and alignment is confirmed, insert the remaining screws. Then tighten all 4 evenly. Tighten until secure, but avoid excessive force. Repeat this process for all actuators. We now mount the actuator assembly to a 40 by 80 profile. Start by sliding the T-nuts into the profile slot. Insert the M880 bolts through the EC bracket. Position the actuator assembly against the 40 by 80 profile and fasten the M880 bolts into the T-nuts. Once aligned, tighten securely. Next, install the top brackets. First, slide in the T-nuts into the upper profile slot. It's also possible to bend them into the slot just where you need them. Position the top bracket and loosely fasten it using the M816 bolts, and then focus on fastening the top bracket. So for the upper actuator connection, we will use 2 Phillips screws, 2 metal washers, 2 M5 lock nuts, and 2 plastic washers. The plastic washers are designed to prevent over-tightening against the actuator housing. They intentionally have a slight loose fit. This protects the actuator casing from stress or damage. Tighten until secure without compressing the plastic excessively. The installation on a 40 by 160 profile is even simpler. Start by assembling and positioning the top bracket. Slide the top bracket directly into the top slot of the 40 by 160 profile. Then angle the actuator into position beneath it. Insert the M880 bolts through the EC bracket into the profile's T-nuts, the same way as for the 40 by 80 configuration. Once they are aligned, tighten securely. Completing the installation, let's look at the rig geometries that won't work with the EC bracket. So if we look at the profile and the EC bracket, it requires that it has a flat surface of the profile. So the first case is the convex rigs, where the middle of the base profile is slightly wider. Example is the R8 Fury, the Uplight R8 Fury. The second case are the track racer rigs that has profiles that are not straight all the way, so they're slightly more narrow in the front and wider in the back. It's possible to mount the EC bracket on these rigs, but then you won't have the same distance between the rear actuators and the front actuators, and this is not a good solution. So here you also need another setup. The 4th setup is the rig profiles that don't have any slots on the outside. So they have a completely flat surface. Those obviously won't work to fasten the bracket from the side as well. So the solution for all these cases is to use our standard 20 by 20 profiles. You fit them underneath the rig. They are bolted on from the lower side. Slightly more complex to assemble, takes slightly more time, but on the other hand, this is the most generic solution and works for all these cases. Doesn't matter if the profile is wider or if you have a different angle or if you don't have any slots at all. You mount it from below and you have the top bracket on the top slot. Works every time. Thank you for watching.